Have you ever held a book that felt like a secret treasure map? A book filled with amazing adventures, brave heroes, stories so wonderful they make your heart sing? Well, there is such a book. It's called the Holy Bible. It looks like one big book on the outside, but when you open it up, you'll find it's actually made of many, many smaller books all snuggled together. It's like a library full of stories, poems, letters, all in one special place. This book is a forever friend to millions and millions of people all around the world. Grandmas and grandpas, moms and dads, and even kids just like you. People read the Bible to learn about God and His great big love for everyone. They read it when they are happy, to sing and celebrate. They read it when they are sad, to find comfort and hope. It's a book that whispers secrets about how to be a good friend. In the very beginning, before there were any birds that sang or any flowers that bloomed, everything was dark and quiet and empty. But God had a wonderful idea. He said, "Let there be light," and poof, a brilliant, beautiful light filled up everything, chasing all the darkness away. It was the very first morning. God saw the light, and He smiled. It was good. This was the start of His amazing creation, a masterpiece He was painting just for us, filled with His love and imagination. He was getting everything ready. Then God started adding all the wonderful details. He splashed blue across the sky and scooped out big places for the oceans to dance and play. He dotted the deep blue sky with a bright sunny sun for the daytime, and a gentle glowing moon, and twinkling stars for the nighttime. He spoke, and tall green trees grew up toward the sky, and tiny colorful flowers popped up from the ground like little surprises. He was like a great artist, carefully and lovingly painting a beautiful world for His children to live in. He made giant whales to splash in the deep sea and tiny fish to shimmer and dart through the water. He made birds with feathers of every color to soar through the air, singing their happy songs. He made wiggly worms, buzzy bees, and playful puppies. He made sleepy sloths and mighty lions. Every animal, big and small, was God's idea. He loved every single one of them. The world was no longer quiet. It was filled with chirps and roars and happy sounds. And then, God did the most special thing of all. He made people. He made them to look after His beautiful world, to be His friends, and to love Him back. He told them to be kind to all the animals and to take care of the beautiful garden He had made. This story teaches us that everything you see, the sun, the moon, the fuzzy caterpillars, and your own wonderful self, was made with great love. It reminds us to be kind to every living thing and to take care of this amazing world, God's beautiful gift to us. Once, a long, long time ago, there lived a good man named Noah. Noah loved God with his whole heart, and he always listened carefully to what God said. One day, God saw the world had become noisy and unkind. People were not being good to each other. This made God's heart very sad. So He came to Noah with a surprising job. He told Noah, "I am going to wash the world clean with a big rain. I want you to build a giant boat, an ark." Noah didn't ask questions. He listened and obeyed. He and his family started to build. Can you imagine? Building a boat so big it looked like a floating house. It was longer than a soccer field and as tall as a 3-story building. Neighbors pointed and laughed. "Noah, you're silly. Why are you building a boat on dry land?" But Noah kept hammering and sawing because he trusted God's plan. He knew listening to God mattered most. Then, the most amazing parade began. God sent 2 of every kind of animal to the ark. 2 slow and steady turtles, 2 fluffy lions, 2 playful monkeys, 2 tiny ladybugs all marched right up to the ark. Noah welcomed them all inside, a boy and a girl. He made sure they were safe and snug in their new floating home. The ark was full of wiggles, chirps, and roars, ready for the big adventure. Soon after everyone was inside, the first drop of rain fell. Then another and another, until it was raining all over the world. The water rose higher and higher, and the big ark began to float. For 40 days and 40 nights, Noah, his family, and all the animals were safe and dry inside the ark, bobbing on the water like a cork. This story teaches us how important it is to listen and trust, even when we don't understand. It also shows us God's promise to always care for those who follow Him, keeping them safe through any storm. There was once a young shepherd boy named David. He wasn't a king or a soldier. He was actually the youngest of all his brothers. His job was to watch over the fluffy white sheep in the fields. While he watched them, he would sing songs to God. He would also practice with his slingshot, getting really good at aiming little stones. David may have been small, but his heart was very, very big. He was full of courage, and he had a giant-sized love for God. He knew God was always with him, protecting him and his sheep. One day, a huge problem came to David's land, a giant named Goliath. Goliath was bigger than a house and louder than a thunderstorm. Every day he would stomp out and shout, "Send a man to fight me!" All the strong soldiers were terrified. They hid behind their shields, shaking. No one was brave enough to face the giant. But when David heard Goliath's mean words, he wasn't scared. He believed that even though Goliath was big, God was much, much bigger. David went to the king and said, "I will go and fight him." The king looked at David and said, "You are just a boy." David explained how God had helped him fight off a lion and a bear to protect his sheep. The king was surprised by his bravery and agreed. The king tried to put heavy armor on David, but it was too big and clunky. So David took it off. He didn't need a heavy sword or a big shield. He needed only his simple slingshot and his great big faith in God. David walked out to face the giant, picking up 5 smooth stones from a stream on his way. Stone 1, Stone 2, Stone 3, Stone 4, Stone 5. Goliath laughed when he saw the little shepherd boy. But David wasn't looking at the giant. He was trusting in God. He put 1 stone in his slingshot, twirled it around, and let it fly. The little stone flew straight and true and hit the giant right on his forehead, and the big, mean giant came tumbling down. When you have courage and trust in God, you can be brave enough to face any giant in your life. From the story of creation's first light, to Noah's floating zoo, to David's giant courage, the Bible is overflowing with adventures that do more than just entertain. They are stories with a secret message planted inside, a message of love, a message of hope, a message of courage. Each story is like a little seed that can grow into something beautiful inside your heart. They show us how ordinary people can do extraordinary things. Shepherds, fishermen, when they trust in God's big love and plan. These stories are like colorful building blocks. The story of creation teaches us to look at the world with wonder. Noah's Ark shows the importance of listening and obeying, reminding us that God will keep us safe through any storm. David and Goliath's adventure whispers to our hearts that true strength doesn't come from being the biggest or the strongest, but from having a brave heart that trusts in God. Each story helps build a foundation of kindness and faith within us. The Bible isn't just a book about things that happened a long, long time ago. It's a living book, full of wisdom that can help you every single day. When you need to be a good friend, when you have to be brave, or when you just need to know you are loved, these stories are there for you. They are God's way of talking to us, of guiding us, and of wrapping us in a hug that stretches through every single page. It's a book that helps you understand how to be the very best version of you. So, think of the Bible as a treasure chest just waiting to be opened. Brave tales of heroes, and the greatest love story ever told. God's never stopping, never giving up, always and forever love for you. And that is a story worth reading and sharing for your whole life. A story that helps us fill the world with more kindness, more courage, and more love, one happy heart at a time. It is a special book because it is God's letter of love to you, filled with His wonderful words and His incredible promises for every single one of His children.